I had to train 6 days a week up until I was 38 weeks pregnant.
My name's Sinead and I'm the midwife trainer on the Kickstart team, and I firmly believe that exercise in pregnancy is so important. If you think of it in terms of if you were going to train for a marathon, you would train very hard for it. Now you're going to train for a really important life event, so why would you give up exercise? Why would you stop training? It's ultimately going to benefit you for your labour and for your postnatal recovery afterwards.
If someone had told me a few years ago I'd be back squatting and deadlifting while I was 9 months pregnant, I wouldn't have believed them, but I definitely think it helped me. I was 39 weeks when this little rascal came along, and it was, say, 3 in the morning. I had contractions every 10 minutes apart, and I got to Hollis Street at 5 o'clock and he was born at 5:10. I walked out of the hospital 12 hours later and I was sitting on my couch that night with a baby in my arms. It was so much more easier going than my last labour. But this time round, it's as if I'd adopted the baby. I just brought him home myself.
I found out I was pregnant at about 8 weeks, and I messaged Sinead and told her, and was very encouraged and delighted that she was saying to continue on. And I didn't train for my last pregnancy, and I was really excited about training for this one. I really wanted to this time. Now I'm 36 weeks and I'm nearly there, and I find it absolutely brilliant. I find myself so strong and not as uncomfortable or awkward, and I train 4 to 5 times every week. I do about 2 weight classes, a TRX and maybe 2 cardio, but I'm finding now I'm getting a little bit heavier, I'm finding the weights really good. And I find the weights classes much nicer and easier on me. You know, I find the cardio a little bit tough sometimes.
In the gym, everyone kind of supports you. I more so got comments from people outside of the gym. Some people would say you're damaging your baby by exercising, or we've heard of a story where someone exercised and they ended up having this, that and the other happen. But I tend to not listen to them because they weren't gym going people or they weren't professionals. I wasn't going to stop just because they said stop. I was always going to listen to me and the advice of Sinead, and if I wasn't able to do it, I wouldn't have done it. I listened to the doctors, I said it to the midwife in the hospitals. So during my checkups in the hospital, the new midwife booked me in for new growth scans because she was worried that I was too small, measuring too small. And when I went in for the scan, the 2 midwives that were there said there was no issues with your baby, that he was fine, he was growing to proper scale for 30 weeks. That put my mind at ease because I was worried, even though I knew in my head I was eating a lot, and it was just I was training. I wasn't obviously putting on body fat, I was just growing a baby.
So during the last pregnancy, I didn't continue training. I gave it up. I was a little bit nervous. This time I was adamant to keep on training, and I did, and my fitness levels haven't even dropped that much at all. Even though I'm 36 weeks, I feel like I can do everything. I feel like it's so much easier. I feel like I sleep better at night, my energy levels are much better, eating way better. Felt really confident, and I thought the trainers and Sinead being there was absolutely so encouraging, and even the members were so encouraging. And I felt it was so important to be able to contact somebody if I was ever nervous about anything, or if I ever felt like I was doing a movement that I felt like I shouldn't be doing.
The recovery was a lot better this time around, and my body didn't feel like it was under too much stress either. So it was definitely, I think, exercising during the pregnancy helped with my recovery.
So if you are pregnant and you're thinking about training during pregnancy, it will ultimately benefit you during your labour, during your postnatal recovery, and definitely when you are carrying a baby. Myself as a midwife and all of the trainers up here at Kickstart are fully updated on any changes that need to happen during your training for pregnancy. We are all research based and can adapt to any form of training that you will need.